What up, YouTube? Real Vision TV here. Subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. Let's get it. It's mine, bro. It's my bag. I got an eye ring. It's my bag, bro.
Well, it's mine, so always just get my bag out. Look right there. I went right there. I did not. I went right there. I seen him. I was right there. I seen him. Took it. I'm bringing it in.
The guy here on the left here is being accused of stealing his own luggage by an anonymous complaint that was put into the airport police. You can't make this up, folks. You can't make this up. And you know who made the report. We know who made the report. Let's continue on.
So what the f is the problem, bro? What the f is the problem?
You're going to be under arrest.
There you go. There you go.
Now, under the threat of being arrested, the man on the left proceeds to show the airport police his ID to identify himself. This police officer already has it in his mind that this guy stole. He already have it in his mind.
Bro, this is my bag, though. No. That's what I'm saying. That's my bag. It's mine, bro. Just went right there. Oh, that don't make no sense, bro. It's mine. It's mine. I did not. I was right there.
It was over there.
I know,
Said it
he
was
was-
a family.
He was sitting by it much earlier. I saw him.
Okay.
With that bag.
You want to see my plane ticket? You want to see my ticket in
I
there?
just
You want to see my
wanted to go,
ticket?
like I saw him with that bag earlier.
Okay, cool. All right. Why don't y'all run the cameras? Y'all got cameras.
Yeah, I just don't have time to because we have another incident going on.
This type of stigma that these white folks put on black people is disgusting. He already have it made up in his mind that this guy stole this, that he stole. It's almost like, oh yeah, you know, you identified yourself, but I still don't believe you. Can't make this up. You can't make this up. See, right there, the guy can actually prove who he was by showing his plane ticket. This matter could have easily been handled if this officer was competent enough to do his job. And like I said, what's so sad is that the cop didn't even help to assist in this gentleman proving who he was. Like I said before, he already had it made up in his mind that this person of color was stealing, which happens to be, again, his own luggage bag. Instead, this officer chose to go right after his ID. He chose to go right after his ID instead of being a real officer, doing his job, and investigating it before you just go aggressively and asking for that guy's ID. It just clearly shows the mistreatment that we face on a day-to-day basis. And just to prove that this is an example of racial profiling, peep how when the white woman speaks to the officer, how all of a sudden that's like the okay for the officer to back down. Sort of like how it was back then in their mindset that they're policing us. In a way, like it's like a door catcher mentality that they have when it comes to us. Like they all chip in, you know, to catch the dogs. So ask yourself, why did the officer believe the white woman and he couldn't simply believe the black man who showed who he was compliant, offered to show his boarding pass? Everything. Ask yourself that question. Why was he treated differently? Check this clip also by the fellow passenger. I believe this could possibly be the same white woman that spoke to the officer, to that airport officer. It might be. You guys let me know.
But our flight was delayed by about, I want to say it was 3 or 4 hours. So we had all been kind of sitting in that gate for a long time. And I had walked past this man with his bag a couple of times on my way to the bathroom with my daughter. A bag was sitting kind of, you know, by itself, kind of, but the gentleman whose bag it is, Deshaun, had walked over, I think, to the trash to throw something away. While he had walked away, another family grabbed the bag and handed it to a police officer who was who was in the gate area because he was turning off a door alarm. And so the cops started asking if anybody knew whose bag it was. Somebody said that they thought maybe a family had left it who had already boarded. So the gate agent was calling down to the flight attendant to have that family, or to ask that family whether that was their bag. And that's when Deshaun walked up and said, "Hey, that's my bag." Once I said something to the police officer said it was fine, but they still held him and did not allow him onto the plane until he showed his ID. But the bag was not stolen. The gate agent confirmed that it wasn't that family's bag, or the flight attendant had called back to the gate agent and let them know. But, from what I can tell, the fact that once I stepped in, the cop changed his tone, that feels like racial profiling to me. And there was no victim claiming that their bag was stolen.
So this is actually the same female that spoke to the airport officer. And as you can see here, she pretty much testifies exactly to the same, how the black man just wasn't trusted at all. And there was definitely a sense of racial profiling. Even the white lady said it. She even believes it's racial profiling. See, we got these bad seeds of white people in America, and this is the way we need to weed them out. By having a neutral white person like this speaking up. That will assist us in weeding out the bad ones. We need neutral white people like this speaking up. If we don't have any neutral white folks speaking up like this, then the troubles that we complain about won't ever be addressed. We'll be looked at like we're delusional. And they'll brush us off like we're delusional about our testimonies and our mistreatment on a day-to-day basis in this country and abroad. Good white folks like this to speak up and put their people on blast and hold them accountable and put the eye on them, because they need to feel uncomfortable and embarrassed the way that they get us set up in public to be embarrassed by law enforcement, especially. Who knows? The family or the person that reported or put that complaint in to the airport police, maybe they were just assholes and just wanting to create a problem for that black man. Who knows? You get these real strange, weird ass people thinking that way, and you never know what the fuck is really going on. You never know what's really going on. Don't ever doubt that it won't be somebody that's like that, and they just get a kick out of doing shit like that. Just evil-minded people. Mind your business. If something doesn't belong to you, what are you picking it up for and bringing it to the airport security or police for? Mind your business. You never know. Just makes one think. Y'all tell me what y'all think, though, in the comment section below. Was the guy racially profiled? What do you feel about that neutral white woman speaking up on his behalf? Do you agree that we need more good people, in particular white folks that's like that, to help hold people responsible and to make sure that people don't overstep like that police was about to do with that black man? Let me know what y'all think. And again, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel now and give that like. Stay safe, stay happy, and I look forward to seeing y'all on the next one. Peace.